Hey, what's happening guys? outie555 here. Just enjoying this glorious day in Sydney, and I have something special to show you guys that I've got installed on my bike just back behind me. I'll give you a clue. It's a saddlebag. Stay tuned. What better place to come to show you this than in the middle of an abandoned car park? Because there's nothing going on today and there's plenty of sunshine, so let's pull her up. So anyway, this is my new saddlebags on my bike. Look at that, they look amazing and they fit the bike great. Like, I did not have to do a single thing really. Well, I had to do one thing, but for them to fit there just like that, perfect. Well, actually I needed to do two things now that I think of it. But look at that, they look alright. They're just a throw-over leather-style saddlebag. Yeah, they do have this buckle thing on here, which I hate. But look behind here, it's actually a plastic clip. So that's how you take them off. Open the plastic flip, and you've got Velcro and plenty of space in there to store whatever you want. Before we kick on with this review, I'll just let you know that I am in no way affiliated with Shark Leathers, and they didn't pay me to do this. I just purchased these on my own accord, and I'm doing a review because I actually like this product. Alright, so these are a leather saddlebag made in Pakistan. I think the model of this is the Shark Leather saddlebag 2, I think it is. They retail for $189 Australian. Now I picked these up on a clearance sale and I got them for $99 Australian, which I think is bloody amazing for what they are. And when I've gone in and installed them, it was quite a simple process. These saddlebags, they're leather, they're pretty solid construction. They've got a little Shark Leather logo on them, and they've got extra tie down points like this, so you can tie it down to your bike. Now with these, they do unzip on both sides, so you can take the bag off separately. I've still got it attached here to the bike from these strings, but that's pretty easy to undo. I did, however, have to have this bracket on here. I probably could have gotten away with it on this side, but I didn't want to run the chance of this getting caught in the tyre. Now these brackets, I got them off eBay for, I think it was 30 bucks or something. So I've got one on the other side as well. There's a bolt behind here and a bolt behind here. Just underneath, you unscrew those two bolts, and then you assemble this frame, put it in there, and put in the frame's bolts in. They fit perfect, screws in, and it's firm. It's not going to go anywhere, and this isn't going to touch the tyre. So that's the main thing. Well, there is a point though, if you go too low on the suspension or you hit a bump or whatever, you got to make sure this bracket doesn't hit into your belt guard here. So that's why it's pushed back so far. And same with the other side here. I don't know if you can see it. I found that the bracket was hitting the top of the brake caliper, so I just pushed the bracket back and no dramas whatsoever. So I mentioned that I had to do two things to get these saddlebags to fit the bike. So I didn't have to adjust anything with the indicator or anything, which is perfect. You know, they fit perfect. They don't touch the coil spring at all, so they're fine. But the two things I had to do, so one of them was this bracket, and the other one was underneath the seat. When the leather bag has the straps that go over the top here. Oh, actually there's technically a third thing I had to do. With the leather straps, it's got holes with like a shoelace string, so you can adjust it to perfectly fit your bike. I had to make a couple more holes so it would be a narrower bike. They're probably made for a wider bike. So the other thing I had to do, underneath the seat here, about here and here and here and here, there's 4 rubber caps. With those rubber caps on, they're like an extra padded, so that the rear seat sits on this, and you know the shock goes through that. But because this having two thick leather straps underneath the seat like that, put on the back seat part here was very difficult. So I just pulled out those 4 rubber caps. I think I've actually got them in one of these bags. So I've actually got the 4 rubber caps here. So I just pulled these out from underneath the seat. They sit about here. And I think they had a bit of glue in them, whatever. I just pulled them out with my hands, and then the seat fitted on fine. Just pushed that down, screwed that in, perfect. And there we go. That was pretty simple to do all up. In total, probably about an hour from woe to go from installing these brackets and doing the leather strap, drilling a couple more holes in the strap so that it could tie together nicely. About an hour. I wasn't rushing by any means. It's a pretty simple process. And now I've got saddlebags. Can be a bit tricky to zip, but they made this flap unzip like this, so you can really get in there and pull that close. There we go. I've only just got these, but as far as I can tell, they're going to do the job. They're not going to fall apart. They seem pretty good. Waterproof wise, I don't know, but just looking at them, I'd say probably like light rain proof. There might be a couple of bits like under here, might get rain in, so if I've gone through anything wet, I'll put the stuff in a bag so it doesn't get soaked. But I think it'll be pretty good. You know, it all folds over the top and there's no real way for the rain to get in there, but you know, when you're riding the rain gets everywhere. So I'm doing the shopping to put it in saddlebags. Check it out. Got that tasty ham sandwich. So hopefully it'll all fit in there. It's pretty heavy. There's milk, chicken, tins of things, everything. I reckon that those saddlebags are pretty good. I don't think I've gone wrong, and I couldn't believe it when I got them for 99 bucks on special. I think they would be worth the full price of 189 because they fit perfectly on my cruiser. I actually tried a few different saddlebags from my local motorcycle store and none of them would fit. They'd all bunch up on the spring, or I'd need to move my indicators and things like that just to make the things fit. And I just bought these on a whim, really, just because they're on special for 99 bucks and they fit perfectly. So there we go, guys. Keep safe out there on the road, stay on two wheels and not your head, and I'll see you next Tuesday. Laters.